welcome ESL to week 4 in the 1987 series as we are at Bristol Motor Speedway. And Chris Harvey, week 3's winner, going around doing his qualifying. Seeger already crosses the stripe for his first lap. And he is on top of the board. Actually, it's Porter on top of the board. And it's Tanner Pitts on the pole. Chris Harvey second, Matt Green third, Ace Blade fourth, Adian fifth, Tony Brick sixth, Trunnion seventh, Colin Porter eighth, Roland Woods ninth, CJ Slava rounds out your top 10. This should be a fun one. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway as we get set for some week 4 action. And it's a Northern Lights front row as Tanner Pitts and Chris Harvey are 1 and 2. Then it's Matt Green. Matt Green is your points leader. He is in third. Ace Blade in fourth. So Northern Lights, 3 of the 4 cars in the top 4. It's 66 degrees. The track temp is 69. It's a perfect day for racing here at Bristol. A lot of these drivers have the short run speed, but do they have the long run speed? Tire management is key at this track. You're looking at about 100 laps on fuel, which should be 1 pit stop today. As we're going to go 150 laps around the high banks of Bristol. As the pace car ducks down onto pit road. And we get ready to kick off week 4 here in the ESL, the 1987 series. Tanner Pitts quickly stays in the lead. This is a very high, fast-paced race as Matt Green already touches the wall. Some drivers are going to try to use that high line and ride very close to that wall. But that can cost you if you stay up there too long. Well, you'll notice drivers, they will use all types of lines here at Bristol. Low, in the middle, and a high. There's many options at this track. As we already have a car on pit road, and that is Mike Mello. Looks like he might have some damage. We'll see how long he stays on pit road. It's already one casualty here. There's Adian in a 5th. Behind him is Tony Briggs. And then it's Colin Porter. There's CJ Slava, currently in 8th. Strungen in the top 10. He's down 3 spots though. There's Jonathan Wilson, Dougie Zoom. Currently in 18 and 19. A little further back, Ethan Daniel, 24th. Tom Creed is there, Tom Johnson. As we go back to your leaders. Tanner Pitts and Chris Harvey. Harvey's in the inside. He's going to try to take this lead away. Pretty soon we're going to start hitting traffic as well. You have to know how to navigate in traffic at this track, because there's going to be a ton of traffic all race long. Matt Green has already caught up to both of them. So he is showing some speed here. The later we start getting into this run, as he almost makes contact with Harvey there. That was very close. Matt Green trying to switch it up, go to the high side. As he is trying to make a pass here for second. As they continue to battle for second, Harvey and Matt Green. Matt Green is part of Lost City Racing. Trying to find that little momentum coming off the turn, but he could just not get there. Now you see Adian, he has closed the gap as well. And Tony Briggs. There's Stephen Battles. This is a battle for 13th. That's Roland Woods. And Ace Blade has started to fade, down 4 spots already, down to 8th. as CJ gets right by him. We'll see how far he keeps slipping. There's Andy Dunwoody in 11th. We talked about this earlier. You know, some cars are going to have that short run speed, but who's going to have that very long run speed here? As we check on your leaders, and now they're going to start dealing with some traffic here. So as Tanner Pitts is stuck behind that 69. Now Harvey's gonna take the lead here on the outside. And Matt Green is gonna follow suit. And Tanner Pitts loses 2 positions just like that. If you cannot navigate your way through traffic, you're gonna be in trouble here today. Now Matt Green, he tucks behind the 09. Matt Green is using that lower line as Harvey's using the higher line. Stephen Waters and Roland Woods continue to battle here. And there's Stefan Forge. He got very close to that 88. Stefan Forge up to 15, in 15, down 2 spots. As we have battles throughout the whole field. This is Ace Blay. He might lose another spot here to Trunnion. Trunnion is on that low line. We have battles all over. There's Colin Porter currently in 5th, up 3 spots. Harvey's still in control. But for how long? Because Matt Green is waiting for an opportunity. Chris Harvey is not pulling away from the 324. They almost touched it once again. Matt Green, he's looking to that inside. He's been using that lower lane. That's where he's finding most of his speed. Tony Briggs trying to battle his teammate Porter. This is for 5th. Right behind him is CJ Slava. So DOG running well here today. Early on, we still have a lot of racing to go. Chris Harvey gets by Chris Webber. Harvey has created a little bit of separation. Almost a half second. Let's do a rundown of your top 15. It's Chris Harvey first, Matt Green in second, Tanner Pitts in third, Adian in fourth, Colin Porter fifth, Slava sixth, Tony seventh, Ace Blade, 8th. Jonathan Wilson, 9th. Trunnion, 10th. Andy Dunwoody, 11th. Freddie Tremmel in 12th. Stephen Waters in 13th. Trent Rivera in 14th. And Ethan Daniel in 15th. And Ethan Daniel is your biggest mover, up 15 positions. As we check on your leader, he's going to deal with some traffic here. Ahead of him is the 27 of Mike Mello. He had some issues early on. He had to go into the pits. So he is a few laps down. Matt Green still trying to find an opening here to try to get by the 09 of Harvey. Matt Green trying to use that high line now to see if he can get any momentum here. Continues to battle on that outside. He's hanging tough on that outside. Can he get by him though? They're side by side going around 1. But Harvey continues to hold him off. But the more these two battle, the more the cars behind them are going to gain some ground. As you can see, Tanner Pitts, he is gaining some ground and pretty quick. As we go a little further back in the field, that's Skylar Stevens trying to battle Roland Woods. This is for 20th. Those cars are stuck in so much traffic. It's just hard to gain any ground. You have a lot of dirty air you have to deal with as well. There's Braden Goddard, Gunny McGuire, AJ Stryker. So we go back to your leaders, and they are still dealing with this traffic. There's a whole ton of it they're going to have to worry about here. The track temp is up to 80 degrees. It was at 69 when we first started. Matt Green is about a half second back from Harvey. And then it's Tanner Pitts about a second back from the leader. Slava continues to be on the move up to 4th. And he is about 2.5 seconds back. And Tony Briggs is about 2.8 seconds back. But it's 3 DLG cars, 5, 6, 4, 5th, and 6. There's Stephen Waters trying to battle. This is for 12th. Freddie Trammell. Trammell up 12 positions. Trammell's having a good season so far. He is currently 8th in the points, down 23. And we have a a lead change. And now it's Matt Green in the lead. Look at all this traffic. We talked about this a little while ago. The traffic's going to create havoc here. Now Chris Harvey comes back on the outside. Green has to deal with a slower car in front of him. That's going to slow him down. Chris Harvey moves ahead. He's the first one to get by this traffic. And that's going to help him out big time. There's Andy Dunwoody in 9th, up 3 spots. Behind him is Wilson. Wilson is up 7 spots in the top 10. Ace Blade in 7th. Because now we have a battle for 2nd place here. We did for a 2nd, but Matt Green finally gets by that slower car. And that has helped Chris Harvey. Got about a 2nd lead over Matt Green. There's battles throughout this whole field. There's Trunyan currently in 11th, out of the top 10. Ace Blade is out of the top 10. He continues to fall back. But look at Ethan Daniel up 17 positions, currently in 13th. Can Harvey continue to pull away? He's got a 1.2 second lead. As we saw a car get loose there, almost lost it. Let's enjoy the sights and sounds of Bristol Motor Speedway for a few laps. Now hold on, before we do that, we have a car on pit road, 2 cars. And this might be regular pit stops. We got 2 low fuel racing cars on pit road. We'll see how long they stay on pit road for. They don't look like they have damage. This might be just an early pit stop. They might be trying to try something different, a little different strategy. As the 96 peels off and it's back out on the track. So that's a regular stop. They know they can make it to the end from here. So they just figured, hey, let me just get these fresh tires on early. Maybe I could gain some ground, maybe gain a few positions. Tires are king at this track, that is for sure. You're gonna see how easy it is for Stefan Force to get by these cars. Look, he's like a rocket ship because he's on those fresh tires. And here's Morningstar on pit road. So we're going to start seeing pit stops now. Drivers don't want to lose too much ground to to the cars that pitted early. There's Chris Harvey, your leader. He's got a 2-second lead. So now things get interesting. There's Braden. We're still waiting for the rookies. I mean, for the leaders. I don't know where rookies came from. But here comes Chris Harvey. Onto pit road, your leader. He needs to have a good stop here. He cannot waste too much time. Stephen Waters decides to stay out. Aiden, Emiliano, Dougie Zoom comes in. Only a few cars left. We'll see how this shakes out after pit stops. As Harvey peels out of his pit stall. Oh, and there's a car that spins out. No caution. And that slows down Harvey. Something happened to Slava here. Oh, he got into a wreck coming out of pit road. Supreme is trying to come in, and the 172 flips him over. And surprisingly, the caution does not come out. But he makes contact here, coming out of pit road with Supreme. The 69 is trying to get out to pit road. That's exactly what happens. Let's ride on board Slava here just to see. As you can see, he is coming out of pit road. And he just makes contact right there. It goes on his lid. But it's Harvey. Harvey is your leader. He has not come on to pit road yet. Now here he comes on pit road. We're going to see how we cycle through now. But it's Matt Green. He's going to be your leader here. As he makes contact with the wall. You got Slava on pit road. Supreme is on pit road. And here comes Waters. He needs to be careful. We saw what happened to CJ. He comes out clean without any issues. That's unfortunate for Slava. He was having such a great race. He is on pit road, and he's been there for a while. Now that we cycled through the pit stops, let's go through your top 15. This Matt Green, he is your leader. Tony Briggs having a great race in second. Chris Harvey down to third after that. I mean, it wasn't his fault. He was just coming out of pit road, and Slava was just sitting there on the apron. So he had to slow down to not make contact with him. Tanner Pitts in fourth. Andy Dunwoody fifth. Ethan Daniel, a heck of a run. Up 24 positions in sixth. Colin Porter, 7th. Ace Blade in 8th. Adian in 9th. Jonathan Wilson in 10th. Freddie Trammell in 11th. Trunnion in 12th. Isabella Ramon in 13th. Emiliano in 14th. And Roland Woods rounds out your top 15. And there's only 13 cars on the lead lap. And it is Matt Green in control. As we have 53 laps to go. About a 3.5 second lead for Matt Green. He pitted on lap 78. Tony Bricks pitted on lap 79, so their tires are pretty even. Only a 1 lap difference. Chris Harvey did pit on lap 81, but that's only a 3 lap difference. As the laps continue to wind down here at Bristol, it has been a very eventful race, that is for sure. This is our first race after the first major progression, and we have a lot of different names, a few different names in the top 10. As Matt Green continues to try to get by this traffic. Isabella Ramon in 14th. Emiliano's right there. Braden Goddard. Tom Creed, Chris Del Roe. All these cars are a lap down, but they're battling for position because there is only 13 cars on the lead lap. There's Stephen Waters. He pitted on lap 87, so he has the freshest tires out of everyone. We'll see how big of an advantage that is with 44 to go. Chance Duncan in 28th. Behind him is AJ Stryker. Matt Green almost a 4-second, actually over a 4-second lead on Tony. And the 96 of Stefan Forge is on pit road. Not sure what's wrong with the 96. We'll see how long he stays on pit road for. The other thing is, did all these drivers top off? Because we've seen at this track, drivers run out of fuel and have to come in because they know they're not going to make it. And this might be the case here today. And sometimes pit road at this track is very tricky as well. We see a few cars on pit road. looks like a lot of these cars might be coming in once again. Matt Green, he's still your leader. We got 35 laps to go. Pit road is extremely busy. Most of those cars are lapped down. Look at, as they make contact, they go 4 wide at Bristol. How crazy is that? They all make contact there. That was wild. You're asking for trouble to go 4 wide at Bristol. There is no room for that. There's a lot of cars on pit road. They must not topped off on not having enough fuel to make it to the end. There's only 6 cars on the lead lap. Tony Briggs is still second. Chris Harvey third. Many of these cars have to come in as well. This is definitely shaking things up. That's Bristol for you. It is chaotic. It's crazy. As another car hits the wall. Drivers are just holding on for dear life here and hoping they just get a good finish. If you could come out of here in the top 15, you did well at Bristol. It's always a wild race here. As we got 29 laps to go. As the leaders continue to stay out. Tony Briggs is a close second to Matt Green. Tony Briggs on the outside now. This is going to be a battle for the lead here. There's a 288. He is moving. And we had a few cars on the apron once again. That looked like the 23. But now it's Tony Briggs. He is your leader. He is looking to get his second win of the season. The 23, he was on the apron and he is back in the garage. So now it's Tony Briggs and Matt Green in second. No, none of these drivers have pitted. And now Stevens. He is also on pit road. Does the 288 have enough fuel to make it to the end? Now Matt Green in the inside takes the lead right back away from the 288. This is a battle for the lead. They continue to go at it in the midst of this chaos, because that's what it is. It's so chaotic. Now it's Tony Briggs with the lead. As they continue to go back and forth, and they're just in the middle of so much traffic right now with 20 laps to go. Who is going to make the right moves here? Look at all those cars Tony Briggs has to worry about. Matt Green is on that high line. Briggs is on the lower line. And he makes contact, I think, with Goddard. And that opens the door for the 324. Now it's Matt Green back in the lead. with 17 to go. Can't forget about Chris Harvey. He's back there as well. He's gaining slightly. He's about 1 second back. Look at all this traffic these drivers have to deal with. That's turn 3 wide coming out of turn 4, man. Tony Bricks is all over the 324. Now Harvey has caught up to the leaders. So this is a 3-car race with 14 to go. Matt Green has to be smart here on what lane he chooses. As he continues to hold on. We have 12 to go. Matt Green with almost a second lead on Tony. Hopefully all these drivers, the crew chiefs, they calculated right in putting up fuel, because if they didn't, they're going to be short and they're going to have to come in. Now Matt Green is on that very high line. I don't think it's by choice, because Morningstar's in the inside. Matt Green is just desperately trying to get by these lapped cars. He doesn't want Tony to gain ground on him, that is for sure. It sounded like someone hit the wall, as we got 8 laps to go. Matt Green looking for his first win of the season. And he is your points leader, so this will be a big boost for him in the standings if he can hold on. Six laps to go. Tony Briggs is still about a second behind. Then you have Harvey almost 2 seconds behind. As he goes around turns 3 and 4. Continues to do a good job of getting around this traffic. That's what you have to do. Tony Briggs is not gaining any ground on the 324. Still a second. 2 laps to go. Tom Krieg on pit road. He must be short on fuel. As the white flag waves, a last lap here at Bristol. Tony closing the gap, but not by much. As Matt Green comes out of turn 4. Matt Green wins at Bristol Motor Speedway in week 4. In second, Tony Briggs. Third, Chris Harvey. Fourth, Chris Del Rowe. Fifth, Dougie Zoom. Sixth, Roland Wood. Seventh, Gunny. Eighth, Trent Rivera. Ninth, Neil McKenzie. And rounding out your top 10 is Tanner Pitts. That was a wild race. Extremely fast-paced race. So much that goes on. But a heck of a run by the 324. You can see he got some stripes there from hitting the wall because he hit it a few times during this race. Not hard enough to make some serious damage, but he was able to manage getting through that traffic. And he just did what he had to do. Got his first win of the season. This is gonna might create a little separation in the points here because there was a few drivers on his heels. But next week we head to let me pull it up here. We head to North Wilkesboro, another short track, and then it's Pocono. But up next is the GTP series, and they are at the Worldwide Tech on an oval. That should be fun. That'll be up next in about 15 to 20 minutes. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.